I'm Okay, You're Okay is a self-help book published by Thomas Harris in 1967. It encourages an optimistic outlook on life, and it provides insights on how to build positive relationships, communicate effectively, and achieve personal growth through introspection and self-acceptance. Thomas was an American psychiatrist. Thomas was a good friend of Eric Berne, founder of the transactional analysis and author of the popular book Games People Play. And if you're interested in transactional analysis, I've done a book insight on the Games People Play by Eric Berne, so definitely check that out. Thomas disagreed with Eric on a few concepts, but was overall a major proponent of transactional analysis. And this theory of transaction analysis is something that is quite interesting and could be beneficial because it helps you reflect on your childhood and figure out what things went well and what things went wrong. And it postulates that there are three distinguishable models that within each one of us that we use to process information and respond to stimuli around. These are the parent, the adult, and the child. And if you're further interested on what these models are, I talk about them briefly in the Eric Berne video, so make sure you check out my book insight, The Games People Play. This book revolves around 4 life positions, and transactional analysis says there are 4 positions an individual can find himself in. 1. I'm okay, I'm not okay, you're okay, which is a default of all children. I'm not okay, you're not okay. If the mother is cold and non-stroking or aggressive and brutalizing, an adult locked in this position rejects stroking and emotional connection from everyone in his life. Sounds a lot like scarring children with low self-esteem. So that's the second position, and also all of these positions can be something that you can reflect on and figure out why you fall into one of them. Definitely check out his book because he goes very much in depth in it. This is just a brief discussion on it. Third position is I'm okay, you're not okay. Children of abusive parents, while recovering from wounds, can switch to a criminal stance where they see themselves as okay, but their parents and later the world are not okay. And finally, the fourth position, I'm okay, you're okay. This is the only conscious decision and only the only conscious position and a decision that we make. Those 4, that was a brief sentences on each of them. Make sure you check out his book. It goes in depth on these topics. Transactional analysis divides human to human exchanges into 6 types: withdrawal, rituals, activities, pastimes, games, and intimacy. Those 6 exchanges are almost somewhat similar to the Games People Play scenarios, but it's quite interesting when you look into it in his book. So, real life applications. Learn to see the child in you. Learn to see people taking a parent role against you. Are you still listening to old parent values? Learn to see the child in others. So this book, what this book and the Games People Play done for me was, it helped me reflect on my childhood and try to think of childhood memories and engage in discussions with my family and friends about times where we were younger and what things would go on, and figuring out those moments in your life. And for me, what felt like for me was gaps in my life, because remembering a lot of it was by myself is very difficult, but having those discussions with people and actually trying to journal things down and figure out how my childhood was definitely helped me understand more about myself and more about what I want to do in life and more about my values. So definitely a great book that will help you reflect on your childhood. To arrive at the point of I'm okay, you must recognize your emotional patterns and change them. So this concept of transactional analysis, let me know in the comments if it's something that you're interested in, something that you studied, or something that you can give valuable advice on down below. Thank you for watching.